And we are live. Welcoming everybody. I'm rolling solo tonight. Okay. Well, my boy John Jansen left me hanging high and dry. Now I'm just kidding. John has previous engagements, got a lot going on tonight. So he asked me to step in and kind of just help out, which I love to do. Usually it's me and John, but tonight it's going to be Jigsaw right here solo. Okay. Tony Jigsaw Cotillo, give me a follow at TCotillo23, but most importantly, follow at Win Daily Sports. Go to windailysports.com. Get your free month membership. Go check the free Discord. You'll tons of free content. Telling you, tons of free content. A great community that we have built here. Actually, Jason has built, and the guys have been here forever. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. So again, go check those guys out. Whether it be basketball, football, hockey, but tonight we're talking football and we're talking NFL Showdown. Right? We're talking, and let me tell you, this finally we got a good showdown. Okay, we had a good showdown last week. Tonight we got another good showdown. The Rams in Arizona, but obviously breaking news comes out already. And I'll be honest with you, before we even get into this, I feel very sorry. You imagine if you are the guy who needs a decent game or maybe even like a half decent game from Tyler Higbee, your tight end, to get into the playoffs, or maybe this is your season long playoff week right here, round one, and you find out 2 hours, 3 hours before kickoff that he's out because of COVID. And right away, you're scrambling, who's going to be your tight end tonight? Right. It is crazy to me, right? It's absolutely crazy to me when these things happen. I mean, are we going to lean on Kendall Blanton? Is Kendall Blanton? Can he be a good showdown piece? It's listen. It's going to be interesting. That's all I got to say. It's going to be interesting, and you never, never, never know who is going to be that guy, right? You just never, never know. So let's talk to the showdown lineup. Let me get the screenshot. Usually John does this. So, he's got me. I had to go to my guest Draftkings vlog. I don't like everybody give my information. Let's see if we got this here. And let me know who you guys are starting too, man. I really I want to know who you guys are starting because again, let me get this here. I see I got this all over the place. Let me know who you guys are taking here, okay? Because I want to know, right? I want to know because I'm looking at this to be honest with you. And again, um, who's going to be your captain, right? Who's going to be your captain tonight? And you always got to flip up the system. And we talk about this all the time. You always got to flip up your system. And you got to think of who is not going to be high ownership. Yeah, I mean that's always your most important thing, right? That's always your most important thing. Who's not going to be high ownership? And and again, like when we talk about that, a couple weeks ago was Javonte Williams. He was a guy that I thought on a showdown lineup you could throw in there for Denver. Not a lot of people were owning him. Who was going to be the guy to actually score a couple touchdowns, take the points away from other people, and that was Javonte Williams. So let's look at tonight again. And again, you got to go. Do you go quarterback? Do you go Kyler Murray? Do you go Matthew Stafford? You know, I don't think you can make those guys as your captains anymore. I don't because I think everybody is flipping them up. Okay, everybody is flipping them up because everybody just thinks they're going to give you the most points, but you have to flip up the public, right? So let's look and see maybe who could be that fine line. Now, there's no Jalen Ramsey tonight either for the Rams. So you have to take that perspective too. A guy who's come up and stopped the run, a guy who has been wreaking havoc, who's had tremendous battles with DeAndre Hopkins, is not going to be there tonight. He's not going to be there. So let's do this again. Let's flip it up. And I'm going to go with the unsung hero of fantasy this year. Okay. And let's try. He's still high, though. See, you know what? No, I can't do that because I want to say let's go James Conner, right? But 14-7 is your captain. That's just too much for me. That's just too much for me. I want to flip up the system here. Okay. I want to flip up the system. I want to take somebody who maybe nobody else is going to put at that captain spot and say, maybe it's a Sony Michelle. right? Is this a Sonny Michel kind of night? Because obviously Henderson out because of COVID protocols, right? So, could it be? Could it be a Sonny Michel kind of night? I don't know. I mean, listen, as of right now, Henderson isn't playing. Let's see the update. I've been looking for these updates to see if Henderson was going to play tonight, but you know what? I don't know. When you don't get this information right away, I'm jumping into this. Check. But if maybe it's Tony Michelle, maybe it's Odell Beckham Jr. Right? I'm not sure. So what about right? That's Sony Michelle Javon. That's what I was saying. I looked at this and I'm thinking, is Devery Henderson? Absolutely. Yeah, I know he needed 2 negative tests before tonight. I'm not sure if he got them or not. I haven't heard any word on if he's playing or not. If not, maybe this Sony Michelle. Rondell Moore is a really good one. That's why you're bringing it, right, Javon? That's why you're bringing it, because I'm looking for a guy to flip up the system here. And Rondell Moore. How about Rondell Moore as your captain for $3,000? Right? Again, everybody does the same thing with Showdown. Let's just flip the script a little bit. Let's just get a little crazy. Okay. We're going to put Rondell Moore right off the bat in our spot. We're going to put him into that spot. Right. And that's what we're going to do. So let's do this. Let's put Rondell Moore into the spot at $3,000. And now we're going to build, right? Now we're going to build. Now we're going to obviously put in Kyler Murray, right? Obviously going to put in DeAndre Hopkins, right? That's a no-brainer. Now, do you pay up and do you go Cooper Kupp? Right? Do we say it's going to be about? Sure, absolutely. Why? The most consistent wide receiver in fantasy football. I don't care. This is Showdown. When you put Rondell Moore in as your captain, as your flex, gets plentiful. So that's important. So let's do this. Let's have some fun. Rondell Moore, 3,000. Now we got Kyler Murray, we got DeAndre Hopkins, we got Cooper Kupp, and we still have 7,000 per player left, 14-2. So now maybe we say that's where the Sony Michel factor comes in. And we still have 7,000 left. We still have 7,000 left. So, hey, do you really want to flip the script? And do you want to go OBJ? Right? Do you want to go? Do you think this could be a night where on the center stage that OBJ comes out and he starts balling? Right? You have so many options, or you say no because you already have Cooper Kupp. And maybe, do you really want to go 3 wide, for the Cardinals? So I don't think you're going to go AJ Green or Christian Kirk. Zach Ertz, could Zach Ertz be a really good play tonight at the tight end position at 5,400? He quite possibly could be. Okay, he's still dealing with that bum shoulder, so you just never know how healthy he's actually going to be. But when he's in there, he is pretty productive. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to take Sony Michel out because I'm not sold on that. Okay, I'm throwing James Conner in there. I love me up James Conner, and I know right now I got 4 Cardinals. I get it, I understand, but I really love James Conner. I do, and I know everybody. Oh, you should be going other quarterback, right? You need both quarterbacks in there. Do you? Do you really? Like, essentially, do you really need both quarterbacks? I don't know. I don't think you do, right? Matthew Stafford, the last 2 weeks, 26-24. Before that, 15 and 11. I can get that other places, right? I don't think this is a Matthew Stafford kind of night. I think this is a Kyler Murray kind of night. I really don't. I think Stafford's going to be itchy a little bit. They're gonna give him some different press coverages. They're going to give him some different edge rushes, and I think he's going to get a little rattled tonight. So I'm not all in. Now, Jeff says Kupp only have 5 receptions out of 13 targets last week. I oppose him. See, this is why we do this, right? And you're right? Because, again, they have a tremendous defense in Arizona. We love the defense in Arizona. So 5 out of 13, that is a very low target to catch ratio. Very low. Absolutely low. So maybe is tonight the night and we go with Jeff and we pivot, okay? Maybe we pivot and watch this, and maybe we take Cooper Kupp out and we say this is going to be OBJ kind of night, right? This is going to be an OBJ kind of night. And now it opens us up even more and say, okay, who's going to be that other guy? Because I want Jay. Listen, I'll tell you right now, I want Murray, Hopkins, and Connor. No matter what kind of lineup you put together, I want Murray, Hopkins, and Connor. I think those guys, Connor, 12 touchdowns. Listen, tie for second for fantasy running backs this year. The guy is a scoring machine. He will get plenty of opportunities again tonight. I really feel it, especially they're playing in Arizona, playing in front of the home crowd. I really like it. So, DeAndre Hopkins, he is an absolute stud, right? He is an absolute stud. And now he doesn't have Jalen Ramsey to battle with. So that's going to be a problem. So now you bring up, what do you do, right? Now do you go OBJ? Do you go to Sony Michel? Right? Or maybe you pivot and like I said, maybe you go with the other receiver like a Van Jefferson, right? Maybe you go. So there's a lot of ways we can do this if you're not going to go with Cup. A lot of ways you could do this if you're not going to go with Cup. So let's do this. Let's do one lineup, right? So this probably would be a really good lineup for me. I like this lineup. I like Rondell Moore at the captain spot. I want to get shots off to Javon for throwing it out there. I wouldn't even have thought of that, right? I think it's a really good at 3,000. Really, I know he's a fourth receiver. I get it, but I think you could see some interesting plays tonight. We've always talked about head coach versus head coach chess match. And you have McVay, who is very full of himself and rightfully so. He is an offensive mastermind. But you have Kingsbury on the other side, who's very full of himself and an offensive mastermind as well. So this is going to be, haymakers getting thrown in this game, back and forth by head coaches and who can outduel the others. This is going to be little wheel routes here or there. They're going to throw some different trickery into this. And Rondell Moore is a very, very special player, very quick. He has that Tyreek Hill kind of vibe to him to be able to do so much. And again, you never know when he's going to come out of this, right? When all of a sudden, I mean, you look at week 11 in Seattle, the guy's got 100% race target to catch ratio with 11 receptions off of 11 targets, right? So only 51 yards, but this kid's special. He's very, very special. So I expect Kyler Murray to throw a lot tonight. So I would really like Rondell Moore. And again, this could really blow. But again, this is why you do multiple lineups, right? So I'm going to go with this lineup right here for one of them, right? I like they're Jeff. Exactly. I like exactly with Tyler Higbee out, Jeff. Somebody else has got to step into that role. Listen, it's not going to be bland. It's just not, right? It's not. You already know that. Right now, they're devising a play where they're just going to have blockers. They're going to have bodies, okay? If right now, do you think that Kendall Blanton is going to be the man? Listen, if maybe you do a showdown where you have 400 left, you want to put Blanton in there, that's fine. That's okay. But I still think Van Jefferson gets the majority of the targets with Higbee out. Jeff, I completely agree. That's why I like Van Jefferson tonight. That's why I like two receivers. I'm not going running game. Not going running game with the Rams tonight. I'm going receiving game. I want to get two receivers in there, whether you want to go Cooper Kupp or not, whether you want to go OBJ. I'm not sure. It's up to you, but this is the one I will do. So let's do this. Again, I'm using my parody account so you guys don't see all my DraftKings information. You never know. I can't trust anybody. No, I'm just kidding. I got like 4 DraftKings accounts, and I do one just for fun. So this is my fun one. So I only got like 66 coins. So let's see. So see if I could do this. And we'll put the one line up on the screen, make it easy when we're done. And now we're gonna let's take everybody out. Well, I still want Murray Hopkins and Connor, right? I still want those guys. So let's see what happens if we do a different captain. We do it. What if we do Van Jefferson as the captain? What do we do? Let's do that. Let's do, or you know what? Now I'm going to go Odell. Let's do Odell as the captain, right? Let's do another one with Odell as a captain. So we do one with Odell as a captain. Let's see what we get with that, because this is what's fun about Showdown. You can just flip them around. And again, you look overall and you look at these, right? You look at these numbers. You're seeing what I see: 10 targets, 5 targets. The 10 for 81 is what you want to see. Right, even though he only had 50% of the target, the target to catch ratio is really bad. But I still think eventually he's just gonna breakout to one of those Odell games, and what better to do on a Monday Night Football, right? Where everybody's is focused on Cooper Kupp and quite possibly Van Jefferson. So let's see what happens if we put Beckham in there as our captain. What we're left about 10 grand, and you still can put Van Jefferson in there, and then you're left with 2,100, right? Then you could still put Rondell Moore. I actually like this too. I like this. This is juicy. I like this a lot. I'm going to throw this up there too. So these are what I'm going to roll with, and I want to hear what you're rolling with. But this is kind of what I'm rolling with tonight. I really like the way these lineups come out. Let's see. I'm gonna put these up on the screen. That's what's great about this. You could do that. We stop sharing that. Now we can go here and let's put these in here and let's talk about this. I honestly listen. I really like the way these come out. Let's look at this right here. I think you guys are gonna like this. You tell me which one we like better here. So number one, flipping the system out, right? We're flipping the system out. Now, right here, we're going to flip the system out. We're going to go Rondell Moore as our captain. Who would have thought, right? I don't like leaving 2,200 here. I really don't. It's a lot of cash to leave. I get it, but we're trying to flip up the system, right? I'm going to try to flip up this system. Javon, yeah, man. I actually, Javon, I like the second one we're going to throw up here even better, man. I like them both, but really good. I'm playing both of these. I really am. I really like how these come out. So you got Rondell Moore, and then you're going that triple threat, like I told you. I think that 100% the major plays tonight, I think, are Mary Hopkins and Connor. That needs to be your core, in my opinion. I know there's not a Ram in there, but I'm going core Arizona, Mary Hopkins, Connor. Build around that. This one, you got Moore in as your captain, gives you the money to get Beckham and Jefferson. You leave out because, like my man Jeff said, Kupp didn't have a great game. Kupp going to get his points. I get it, but everybody's going to be on a Kupp. You got to flip up the public, right? So let's do this. Let's look at this one now, too, where we're really flipping up the public a little bit. And we go opposite. We go Odell, go OBJ, turn back the clock tonight, OBJ, as your number one, as your point and a half, times and a half captain. Throw the crown on his ass right now. You still got your core of Mary Hopkins and Connor. And then you got Jefferson in there, who I think is going to get a ton of looks tonight. And then Rondell Moore for 2,000. That could very well be a silent assassin tonight on the field, leaving you only with 100. I really like this lineup. And I'll tell you now, you're building your core and seeing you lock in on certain guys. I know listen, I'm not a huge showdown guy. I'm going to tell you that. That is definitely 100%, other people's niche. I like playing it. I do well, but I'm by far an expert. But what I do is I do a lot of NBA, right? And when I do the NBA, what I do is I always pick those core players and I build around the core and see what I have left for value. And Mary Hopkins and Connor right now are those guys. Okay. So you build around those guys. So I want to leave you with this. Okay. Line up 2, Beckham, Mary Hopkins, Jefferson, Connor Moore, Beckham being your captain, and line up 1. The shout out to my man Javon Alfred. Go give him a follow as well. My man is always on. Check him out at JOVAN10. Check him out as well. He's always hooking me up and joining in. We're going back and forth. So again, that would be his right there. Where having that Rondell Moore as a captain, that's all on him. I love it. Gave me the idea. I think it works out perfectly. So players through lineup tonight. Again, big showdown slate. Hopefully you guys can make some money. We can come out in a positive. Get with us on Twitter. Again, follow me at TKTOL23 at Win Daily Sports as well. We'll be active all night long, going into all night touchdowns, all night green, all night showdown plays. So everybody, like I always say right here, everybody stay safe and stay healthy. Good luck, happy winnings, and I'll catch you next time.